All right, testing, 1, 2, 3. I gotta test myself to make sure I'm getting some kind of sound out of this. All right, so I'm just waiting on. If you can hear me, let me know, because it seems like some of my sound is not coming through. Hey, what's up, Osario? How you doing? Can you hear me, my friend? All right, I think you can hear me. All right, so I have no clue what is going on with my sound. But here we go anyway. All right, today I want to talk about how thirsty are you, Sugar Daddy Uncle Sam? How thirsty are you? All right, you see the Sugar Daddy, the older guy with the credit cards, and he wants something. She wants something. He wants something. She wants something. At one time point, ladies was calling me future sugar daddy at one time, because I ain't no bad looking dude. And I get some young girls try to come my way, but I got a lady. So much respects to my lady. But when I was single, boy, I had to tell them, girl, I'm old enough to be your daddy. I'm old enough to be your granddaddy. And what's your point, Rod? Get to the point. Well, the federal government is going full-blown sugar daddy. Now, I know you people on the right saying, yeah, they've been sugar daddy. They always giving out this to the underprivileged and that to the underprivileged, and you need to pull yourself by the bootstraps and blah, 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 blah. Well, that's a different story because you're talking about somebody's tax money. The government don't own the American people tax money. We give them the tax money, and we should be expected to tell them exactly what to do with the tax money we gave them. The federal government and the federal government leadership, House, Senate, White House, different cabinets, they are there to do what the boss man, we the American people, say. They're managers of this federal government, but we are the CEOs. At least we're supposed to be the CEO of this country. So we determine what happens with the tax money. So when you put in to the system, in your time of need, you should expect to get out, and that is not called welfare. That is not called taking a handout. It's called an investing and expecting a return on your investment one day. Nobody puts money in the bank not to expect to withdraw from it. And that's your tax money. Your tax money, we allow the government to tax us so that money could go toward the things that we, in the majority, tell them where it should go, not what the politicians tell you where to go. Well, right now, the federal government is doing whatever they can to put that stuff in your arm. Now, a lot of us out here, we are not getting the vaccine, and they have every reason to doubt it, whether you like it or not. And this is not a diss to the vaccine. For an example, black people, when we were put in positions where the government wanted to test some people, when the government wanted to get some kind of drug out, we became one of the first subjects, human subjects. It reminded me of that movie, what's the movie called? Venom. Yeah, the federal government they couldn't, testing on animals and stuff like that wasn't good enough. We got to test some people quick, fast, and hurry, just like the Germans, to see how this medicine gonna work. And we were the first subjects. Black people. Not black and brown, black people. So they did whatever they can to try to use us as a test subject, such as the Tuskegee Institute. and how that sterilized most of our men where they could not have babies and procreate, which is part of white supremacist strategy. Do whatever you can to keep the black community from growing. Tell them it's bad to have kids. Tell them you'll be crazy to have kids. And tell them they can get an abortion quick, easy, and early. Now, look, this is not an abortion debate. I'm just letting you know how it is in my community. They put everything in our area, liquor store, whatever can kill you off, they'll put it in the neighborhood. The federal government is doing whatever they can to put these COVID shots in people's arms. I need to stop saying C. Start say the C shot. Because they'll try to strike me and say this does not go along with our policy. I'm not against people getting the COVID shot. You are a human being. You make a freedom of choice. It's supposed to be your body, right? It's my body. I do whatever with it. They let that happen with women. It's her body. She can do whatever she wants. Well, it's my freaking body too. I can do whatever I want to freaking want to. If I don't want to get that vaccine, I ain't got to get it. But for those who decide to get the vaccine, those who are sitting on a high plateau thinking, well, I am not getting it. That make me much better than you. You guys are nutcases falling for the narrative and you following the sheep and blah, blah, blah. Bro, we was in the pandemic. People was dying, dropping like flies. I lived in New York. It was crazy. I couldn't even sleep. Every 5 seconds, freaking siren was going by. I was living in Mount Vernon near the freaking hospital and nonstop. So to sit there and say the doggone, it's a hoax. You're a hoax and a joke. Because I had to deal with that crap every second. Oh, every 10 second, 20 second, 30 second, another ambulance is picking up somebody and taking them to the hospital. In the federal government, when doctors were saying, look, this is what I'm doing and we're beating it. We're seeing some results. We're beating it. Oh, shut up. Be quiet. Shut up. That's crazy. We're using medicine that's already being used for other stuff, and it's working here. It's in my practice. It's working. I got patients. I mean, you could do a case study. You could do a peer study. You can do a medical study. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and get this to these people. Federal government did whatever they could to kind of shut whatever came out. Now, they gave the ACQ a chance, but they didn't understand that the ACQ was only one medicine of the 3 medicines that the doctors and outpatient centers were giving people to try to fight this thing. And most people, it did work. Can't say it worked in everybody because none of it works 100%. Doctors even gave them a regimen. Treat people early. Treat people early. As soon as you find out you got it, take this. Don't wait till you get sick. Well, they said, well, you got COVID, go home, wish for the best. If it get worse, then come holler at us. We need to keep the hospitals free. We for the emergency cases. If you get to emergency cases, then you come. Well, it's a little too late then, because once that thing would set in, man, they got this thing called a cyclonic storm that is going haywire on your freaking lungs, and it's hard to beat it after that. Well, let's go ahead and try Trump miracle drug ACQ. Trump miracle drug ACQ. Number one, ACQ been around before Trump even thought about running for office. As a matter of fact, I think it's been around since before Trump even became, started Trump Enterprises. And the doctor was telling you exactly how to give it, and you didn't want to give it that way. You gave it in high dosage as an emergency situation. When they see you didn't work with the dosage that you gave them, you're giving me more of the high doses. And this stuff was never designed to be given in an emergency situation in extreme cases and all that. But they did it only for emergency use. And when they didn't see no results, they said, this stuff don't work, Trump lying. It ain't got nothing to do with Trump. It's the doctors on the ground here in New York that was working this. And the case studies came out in New York Legon, NYU Legon. You can look it up. It's on the internet. It's on the newspaper. Pix 11 did a report on it. New York. NYU Legon did a study on ACQ, azithromycin, and zinc as the people came into the hospital, as they were in intensive care, and they showed the results of it. And a lot of it was promising. 40%, 50% came in the hospital, came out of the hospital fine. But they didn't even want to do that. I'm like, yo, half of the people who are already bad off because their lungs are tore up because you told them wait till they come to the emergency room, which is not the time to do it. At least they're coming out positive. Half of the people are surviving. Nope. We need to find a way to profit. Nope. We need to come up with some vaccine. Nope. Forget any other kind of traditional medicine. Forget anything those outpatient doctors are telling you. Only listen to the CDC. Only listen to the World Health Organization. World Health Organization had to retract a lot of things that they said concerning ACQ, azithromycin, and zinc. They also had to retract. I'm sitting there running my mouth, still got this thing up. They also had to retract what the Lancet Journal put out about ACQ, azithromycin, zinc. They flat out lied. The study wasn't true. It was fabricated. And now if you go back and read the report, they had to make the correction. It's funny, the media does that all the time. They'll make some crazy accusation like TYT, Anna Kasparian, talking about Aaron Mate, and just cussing and being all unprofessional on TV with no proof. And then when they finally realize they're wrong, then they come back and retract on like the 50th page at the back of the paper or way down in small print on the vlog where you don't even see the correction, making it seem like their point is still valid. And that's what the Lancet did. That's what the WHO did. And of course, the CDC still not telling people that there are alternative methods that people are using. Now, it don't work for everybody, but that people are using to beat COVID. Problem is, it don't make money. The problem is, we need to come up with something where we can get rich. And the people don't have to pay for it directly. They'll pay for it out in taxes. And that was what the last COVID bill was. You people think around, you're getting these COVID shots for free. It's not free. It came out of your taxes as part of part 2 of Trump's warp speed, Operational Warp Speed. Trump started Operational Warp Speed to try to deal with the COVID crisis that he flopped up. He flopped it up, playing political games, hiding stuff, didn't do what he needed to do to protect the American people to the point where he got it himself. Now, to me, that disqualifies you for being a leader alone, and I wouldn't have voted for you on that. I don't vote for bigots anyway, left or right. That count me out. But let's say I was a bigot and I wanted to vote for a bigot. Well, I had two choices: Trump the bigot, Biden the bigot, or don't vote at all. Well, I definitely want to vote for Trump because, dude, not only you did not protect American citizens from not getting this virus, you got it yourself, man. That's a badge of failure right there. You're not qualified to protect American people, so you don't need to be. But he did start Operation Warp Speed, and they did get some traction. And in his administration, this is not what they want to tell you. In his administration, vaccines were created. In his, but they make you think that it was finalizing Biden came up with these vaccines. No, these vaccines was already out. They was going to come out whether Trump won or Joe Biden won or not. Now, how you distribute it is one thing. Now, Joe Biden has been proficient in how the medicine get distributed. Now, myself, I understand people saying, look, this haven't even been FDA approved. Now, a friend of mine, Jason, said, yeah, it's been approved for emergency use. Approved for emergency use is not the same as approved medication. If you look at the documents that you signed concerning taking this medicine, they pretty much tell you this is a big trial. It's just one of the biggest trials in history. They haven't had long-term trials on this. Therefore, you don't know what's going to happen 5 years from now, 10 years from now. But as the so-called philosopher turned lunatic, hypocrisies say, desperate time calls for desperate measures. Okay, lunatic. So just because desperate times are here, which it really, in my book, it wasn't that desperate, but we've been through worse stuff like this. That Black Plague did way more than this. We got to take medication that haven't even been proven. Now, so far, so good. Those who taking the two medicines from not Pfizer. Yeah, Pfizer. The two medicines for Pfizer, so far, so good. Moderna, so far, so good. Johnson & Johnson had a little hiccup here and there. So far, those people have not died from COVID or died from C. It's documented, if you want to believe the documentation. That's always a question, too. Second thing is, it never tells you can't catch it. You just may not die from it. But just like all vaccines, just like all medication, everything ain't for everybody. And just cause these things available doesn't mean it worked for you. Just like HCQ, azithromycin, zinc was available for everybody, but it doesn't mean it's for everybody and it'll work on everybody. But it worked on a lot of people and they beat it. The rate to beat it under those 3 regiments, under those outpatient doctors' supervision, were 93%. Just like these vaccines. Now, these medicines been approved, FDA approved for a long time. And somehow they just decided to work it together because desperate time call for desperate measure. So let's see what we got that handles those. And they seen results, but nobody want to go over a political platform and talk about those results. Trump did, but he didn't talk about it properly. And that messed up the whole image of the process and his own image. Because all he talked about was one, instead of talking about 3 things and what really kills the virus, which is zinc. But zinc need to get in the way of into the bloodstream to get to the virus and kill it. So the federal government right now don't want you to know about all other methods, ivermectin, mitin, whatever it's called. They want you to learn about other alternative methods to fight COVID. They want you to stay strictly on this vaccine and get vaccinated. And boy, they going overboard to get you vaccinated. Overboard. Well, let's listen to Joe Biden, because he's going to talk about his goal to get these shots in your arm. I think I got it here.
True situation with the vaccine.
All right, I got to do this again before YouTube try to strike me. Listen, YouTube, not profiting from this video, number 1. Number 2, in good faith, this work contains fair use of copyrighted and non-copyrighted images from the public domain and the web or non-commercial or non-profitable educational purpose. This work is distributed free of charge. The author has neither monetized his work nor sought any profit from its distribution. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for the purpose such as scholarship, research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing, but nonprofit, education, or personal use tilts the balance in favor of fair use. This work contains original work of commentary and critical analysis, quotation attributed to the original authors and sources. In other words, the videos that I'm about to show you isn't a copycat. There is interruptions in commentary in these videos. So Biden went on this goal, which was the same goal as Trump. Nobody want to talk about that, though. But the same goal as Trump is if once he got reelected, he was going to go on this 100 days of fixing the mess that he put us in. Joe Biden didn't put us in this mess. Donald Trump put us in this mess. I repeat that again. Joe Biden didn't put us in this mess. Joe Biden did not put us in this mess. Donald Trump put us in this mess because he didn't want to appear weak. But now he's not in office to implement this 100 million vaccine distribution. Joe Biden takes it and implements it. And Joe Biden gets the credit for it Just like Trump tries to get credit for the economic scale of lowering unemployment, whatever, because of what Obama did. Listen to this.
Tonight, the president-elect's new promise and his plan to involve FEMA and the National Guard to get the vaccine out. Here's Mary Bruce.
Calling the vaccine rollout so far a dismal failure, President-elect Joe Biden today is promising to do better, outlining his plan to deliver 100 million shots in 100 days.
Our plan is as clear as it is bold. Get more people vaccinated for free.
Now, let me stop there. Let me stop there. Guys, it's not getting the American public vaccinated for free. It's getting the American public vaccinated with no out-of-pocket expense. You are paying for this vaccine. It's just not coming directly out of your pocket. It comes out of your tax dollars. Yeah, some of you have been saying, hey, take our tax dollars and push Medicare for all, which they still flub that up. They still don't want to do that. Because if he would have took the money and put in Medicare for all, it would have been paid for anyway. Any kind of medication will come under subjection under the Medicare for all bill, but they didn't have the balls to do that, or the ovaries, whatever you want to say. But you are paying for this. Don't let them sit there and tell you you're not paying for it. It's coming out of your tax dollars. You are paying. Look, I get medication. I get some medication every 90 days. It only costs me $3. And you probably say, well, who else paying for that? The American public. My tax dollars, along with everybody's tax dollars, allow me to get these prescriptions that probably would cost $300 a bottle from the private sector, allow me to get it for $3. So whenever a politician tell you this medical expense is not going to come out of your freaking pocket, it's a bald-faced lie. Let me tell you something. Even when we get no-cost Medicare or Medicare for all, it's still going to end up coming out of your pocket. It's just going to come out of your tax dollars. How much? We don't know. But let me let Biden continue to talk about his goal of 100 million shot in the first 100 days, which was the same goal as Trump if he got reelected. This was going to happen anyway. It ain't got nothing to do with Trump or Biden. But let me go back and repeat this again. The mess that we in concerning COVID is not Biden's fault. You know, I just tell the truth. Shout out to my man, Information Man. This is the truth. Either way, whoever won would have been pushing 1 million shots in 100 days. Now, how they reached that victory, it would have depended. Joe been good at this. I give it to him. He's been successful.
Create more places for them to get vaccinated. Mobilize more medical teams to get the shots in people's arms. Increase supply and get it out the door as soon as possible.
The president-elect says he'll use FEMA and the National Guard to set up 100 emergency vaccination centers around the country, converting gyms, stadiums, and community centers.
Again, that was the plan of Operation Warp Speed. They say this is his, but this is the plan of the Operation Warp Speed and the people who were involved with which Operation Warp Speed did not die with Trump. It is what's fueling this campaign.
And he's promising that the federal government will streamline the vaccine distribution process to states.
Right now, we're hearing that they can't plan because they don't know how much supply of vaccines they can expect at what time frame.
Biden.
Now, that's always a lie. Before we start releasing vaccines, there's always a certain amount of supply. And there's always a formula that can reintroduce. Now, with one vaccine, it had to be done under a certain amount of pressure of cold, and it could flub up the process if you don't distribute them fast enough. But they had to go on a campaign to convince the American public that it's safe. It's okay. I got it. Well, first of all, I don't know which one you got. And I don't know if you got a placebo or not. I don't know if you got just because you got it. Well, look at me. I got a shot with a needle in my arm. I don't know. That could have been, you could have had doggone syphilis or something. I don't know what you got a shot for. Could have had VD. Yeah, I don't know. You getting a shot don't mean you got a COVID shot. And like I said, it could have been a placebo. Oh, she got it. He got it. My mama got it. My uncle got it. I don't know what kind of shot. And you don't know what kind of shot you got. You just believe and you're trusting and hoping that you got a COVID shot and that it will protect you. Rob, you discouraging people. No, I'm not. I'm just telling you the truth. Anytime you bark on dealing with medication and staying healthy, it's always a faith-hope situation. It's not a guarantee, never. And what I'm saying is stop letting the American public make you think that this is a guarantee. I understand you want to rest in the fact that I should be able to trust them. But how many times have we trusted them and they stabbed us in the back? So you're going to trust them now? The best way to stay alive is to watch them carefully as they show you their trust, show you things that will bring in the fact that you trust them. They have to prove that they're trustworthy. They have to prove it. And the way they flubbed this thing since the moment this vaccine got here from Trump all the way to political leaders on both sides flubbing up the situation and shaming other medication that could possibly help.
And today asking the American people to be patient, but promising change is coming.
This will be one of the most challenging operational efforts ever undertaken by our country. But you have my word.
All right, now, look. Look, I get to him. Biden looked like a concerned grandpa. That he's concerned about his grandbabies. His grandbabies are American people, and some of us fall for that. And you know, and it's going to take some time. Of course it's going to take some time. Because you just came up with this stuff out of the crack of your behind, and we got to trust that it worked. Some people going to trust that it's work and get the shot. Hats off to you. And some not going to trust it. They're not going to get the shot, and they're going to be watching, leaning to the side with one eye open, with that eyebrow up like The Rock, waiting to see what's going to happen in a year or two, and then they'll probably get it. You're not going to get everybody on board, and don't be getting mad at people because they decide not to take the freaking vaccine. They have every right to not be afraid. This thing happened too freaking quick. It's been over 40 years since the AIDS crisis. 40, 30, let's say 20. It's been over 20 years since the AIDS crisis. And they still ain't got a vaccine for that. They have some treatments that keep the count low. But they have no vaccine. So all of a sudden they came up with a vaccine to deal with COVID. Well, we've been working on this thing, you know, this program, this M something that allows us to understand, you know, viruses a little more. Why don't you use that over there with the HIV? Now, I was dating this girl when I was in Virginia. Beautiful, sweet, loving girl. Come to find out she had HIV. And it was hard for her to tell me she had HIV. Now, I continue to be her friends. I just wasn't getting busy with her. That's at the time when they didn't have this, you know, cocktail that can keep, you know, pretty much have you at a position where you're low, you have no viral count. It's so low that you can't catch it. You can't give it to somebody else. Sweet girl. Y'all ain't come up with a cure for her. I don't even know if she's living now. But now we got a cure for this. But let me. Now I'm not gonna play this whole video because they're gonna distract me. The bottom line is Joe Biden embarked on this trail to get 100 million shots in the first 100 days. All right, so this was on January 15th, right after inauguration. I mean, right after, his inauguration, after he took the role, January 15th. All right, let's go to the next video. March 18th. That's about 2 months later, right? he hit that 100 million goal. Successful. Congratulations, Joe Biden. You did the doggone thing. But I can guarantee you Trump wouldn't have did it because you let your hate get in the way where he can possibly do that.
Good to see you all. When I announced in early December that I had a goal that I set of administering 100 million shots for the virus in the first 100 days of our office, 100 million shots in 100 days. It was considered ambitious. Some even suggested it was somewhat audacious. Experts said that it was the plan.
I don't know who is this. Some said it was ambitious and audacious. Folks are still dying like crazy. Folks want to get back to work. Folks want to get back to making money. Folks want to get back to normal. They want to go to the wrestling event, basketball game, the whole 9 yards. So desperate time, bring desperate measure, as the psychotic hypocrisy said. I found it would have been easy to get 100 shots. 100 million shots quick. Because you sit there and told them that it's fine, it works. And they still saying it's fine and it works. And so far, according to the data, it's fine and it works. But at the same time, they still feel like they need to get more shots in the arm of the American people.
And was, quote, definitely aggressive. And distribution would have to be seamless for us to be successful. One headline simply put it, quote, it won't be easy.
You tell he reading from the teleprompter.
End of quote. Well, it wasn't. When we took office, there was a lot that had to be done.
Now, I like how he said he said we. Now, he's going to try to get Kamala Harris some credit. Kamala Harris went overtime to convince the black community to take the shot. But she went 10 times quicker over into the Arab community and the Indian community to tell them to get the shot also. That's what you do when you're multiracial president. You can go talk to a bunch of people.
We needed more vaccines, more vaccinators, more places for people to get vaccinated. And we needed a whole-of-government approach. So I directed Jeff Zients, the coordinator of our COVID-19 response, to put us on a war footing, and I meant that in a literal sense, to get us on track to truly beat this virus.
In other words, treat this like a war. Look at this, that you're at war with this virus and you got enemies. And we need to do whatever we can to get that enemy out of the bodies or the potential threat of getting in the bodies of these people. Well, how do I know that enemy may not be whatever you putting in my arm? I don't know what you putting in my arm. Folks, do you know what they putting in your arm? Now, look, a lot of people got the vaccine. But we still don't know what's in our arm. Now, I'm not going to stay on this. The bottom line is he reached the 100 million goal. And then in April, last month, he reached the 2 million vaccination goal. 200 million vaccination goal. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Good afternoon, everyone. Back in December, I set a goal of administering 100 million shots, vaccine shots, in my first 100 days in office. At the time, some told us that it couldn't be done. It was awfully ambitious, but we did it in 58 days because of the incredible staff I have. And so I set a second goal to deliver 200 million shots in my first 100 days in office. The goal unmatched in the world or in prior mass vaccination efforts in American history. When tomorrow's vaccine and vaccination numbers come out, we will show that today we did it. Today we hit 200 million shots in the 92nd day in office. 200 million shots in 100 days, in under 100 days, actually.
So, 200 million shot in under 100 days. Incredible feat. Very aggressive. Now, Joe Biden wants to get probably
I
500,000.
said a long time ago, we're going to beat this as long as we do it together. And I want to again thank my COVID team. I want to thank the Vice President. I want to thank Jeff Zients behind me and the entire COVID team for putting this together. May God protect our troops. May God bless you all. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so there we go. There we go. So Joe Biden reached the goal, 100 million, reached the second goal over 200 million, but that ain't enough. In his mind sight, everybody who don't have this vaccine is a potential risk of it coming back. We can't force them to take the vaccine because that's un-American. We have to still allow people the freedom of choice. It is their body. We preached it. We can't be hypocrites on that. So what we going to do to try to encourage people to get this in their body? What we going to do is, I mean, it just sounds like that old man looks, man, she fine, boy. Ooh, she fine. I know I'm about 75 and she about 25. But I got to have that. What do a sugar daddy do when he see a young female that he want to go after? Yeah, like I said, I got little sugar daddy tendencies in me. I know what it's like to do. I'm an older man. I mean, I get younger women come up to me a lot. And at the time, now I got a female friend right now. But before, I would see a young lady and I'm like, if she give me some vibes, I may give her some vibes back. And look, I'm in my 50s. I don't know how long I'll be able to pull a woman 25, 30, 35. I'm actually speaking, I usually don't go over under 35. I really don't. Because I had kids that I taught that was the same age, just like me trying to date the kids that I taught. I'm grown now. I don't care if you're grown, nothing. That don't mean nothing. I taught you. No, that ain't. I taught you in the after school program, girl. I don't care if you are 25. I don't care if you packing. I don't care. No, I don't do that. I can't do that. It just mess my mind up. Well, back to what I'm saying. The federal government, as Uncle Sam Oldest does, and they trying their best. They see a beautiful arm, and they want to do whatever they can to get something. To get that arm. They got to get that arm, boy. I got to get that arm by any means necessary. I mean, look, I seen older guys allow girls to take their checks from them. You got the old pimp or that old uncle in the hood that, come on, girl, come on, girl, here's my keys. You can get you a soda and honey bun out the trunk of the car. And some dumb girls will fall for that stuff. But they know he got money. You got some women know that he got money. I got something he need, and he got something I need. So we will make an exchange. I ain't trying to work. I got to pay my rent some kind of way. And I got these kids. A couple of them probably from some sugar daddy. So the point is, you got something I want. I got something you want. We can meet in the middle and make this work. So the federal government knows that you got something they want. An arm. They got something you want, and you got something they want. As of now, the federal government is giving out all kind of incentives for those who take the vaccine. Dunkin' Donuts, Krispy Kreme donuts. People are like, oh, you get some, man, go to Krispy Kreme donut and get if you got the COVID shot. And people they love Krispy Kreme's donuts so much, they'll go down to the doggone clinic just to get some freaking donuts. Now look, don't get mad because some of y'all got the shot for free, ain't getting nothing in exchange. As soon as you got that shot, they started handing out Dunkin' Donuts. They were handing out free joints, Joints for jab. 14th Street Union Square. If you could prove that you got the shot, they was giving you joints. Puff, puff. You ain't got to pass. Don't pass it. Tell your buddy who's talking about passing to me, go get him a shot and we'll give him a joint too. Joint for jabs. Well, this incentive program or the sugar daddy program started to gain some steam. Let's look at some of this stuff up here. Wild stuff. Wild stuff. Yahoo News. COVID-19 vaccine incentives include $1 million full college scholarship. Now here Joe Biden, who refused to put debt cancellation in his budget bill, but you got people in different agencies saying if you want some debt relief, how about get a COVID shot? Let's read this real quick. If it's up here, is it up here? Did I get rid of it? What happened to it? The story. All right, so let's go to another story. This is from in New York State. New York State releases website to register vaccinated 12 to 17-year-old for college scholarship drawings. In other words, get a shot, we'll put you in a freaking lottery system or a drawing. Your chance of winning is slim to none, but go out there and get that shot. And you know, mothers who want their kids to go to college, that got the education, got the smarts, but don't have the money, they're going to send their daughters and all that and their sons to go get this vaccine. Like I said, it's your choice to get it. I'm not mad, and I'm not going to shame anybody for getting it, just like I'm not mad or shame anybody for not getting it. I'm shaming the federal government doing whatever they can to give you things to get you to get it, and it makes me suspect. Why are you going this so bodyguard hard to get these needles in my arms? Just let me make that decision that I want to. But yet some of you saying, look, now I can go get the shot. They offering something? They going to give up something? Now I can go. Y'all the idiots got the shot and they ain't give you jack. Let me let this play, see this play.
Pandemic began. The 7-day positivity rate has decreased again, reaching the lowest point since the pandemic began. Yesterday, the 7-day average dropped to 0.71%, a new record low. The southern tier hovering at 0.53% for the 7-day average, the lowest in the state, but New York City not far behind at 0.54%.
Now, overall, the chances of catching the virus was still low. The chances of recovering for the virus was still low. But that don't mean you get comfortable thinking that it can affect you. This virus was a killer, and if you had comorbidities, whatever they call it, you need to take this virus serious. And yes, the vaccine is working. And the outside treatments other than the vaccine are working too, and the data proves it. But again, they're doing whatever they can to get this vaccine into everybody. And now it's available for 12 to 17 years old. And if you go on this website, we'll put your head in for a college scholarship. Let's take a look at this website. I think they got a link to it. New York State has released a website that will allow parents or a legal guardian of any New Yorker who is 12 to 17 old and has received at least their first dose of the Pfizer vaccine to enter their child for a chance to win college scholarship. Here y'all are, y'all begging for debt relief, or you begging for a system where you don't have to get a college scholarship, that you can go if you got the grades. They take that out of the freaking bill, the budget bill, which was one of Joe Biden's campaign promises that he's going to do student debt cancellation. They take it out of the bill. Oh, don't worry, though. You still got a shot at getting a college scholarship and not paying for it. Get the shot, and we'll throw your name in the hat. there'll be 50 4-year full-ride scholarship to any 2-year or 4-year New York State public college. So if you plan on going to Florida A&M, forget about it. You plan on going to Howard, forget about it. You plan on going to Texas U, forget about it. You got to go to school here in New York. But nevertheless, full-ride scholarship to any 2-year or 4-year New York State public college or university, SUNY CUNY College mainly. The scholarship includes tuition, fees, room and board, and other expenses. The scholarship incentive is a part of the Get a Shot to Make a Future campaign. Disgraced. Should be ashamed of himself, Governor Cuomo announced on Wednesday. The man who stuck COVID patients in a hospital with people who got high COVID morbidity, I can't even say the word, high risk at catching COVID. You're going to put those people in a place, get out of here, when you could have put them in a triage in school, because all the schools was closed. There was so many ways they can convert a school into a hospital real quick. And if we don't know how to do that, then shame on our country if something ever happened to us. Scholarship incentive is part of the Get a Shot to Make Your Future campaign. 10 weekly winners will be announced each Wednesday. The drawing schedule is listed below. So they had a drawing yesterday. They got a drawing June 7th, June 14th, June 21st, June 28th. Parents and guardians can enter for their 12 to 17-year-old here. Now, I click the link. Let's click the link again. See what it look like. Yep. Get a shot to make your future. Look at girl. Come on, get old grandpa some. I pay your way to college. Really? Yeah. Hey, you 21. You may be young, but you ready. I'll pay your full scholarship, girl, if you just let me get a chance to get some of that arm. Now, most of these people are going to do this, and majority of them ain't going to get it. But it's a way to get you to get that shot. Wait, there's more. This is from Fox. Look, I'm not biased. I don't report MSNBC and don't report conservative news. I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. Both news report agencies lie to you. So while you want me to quote MSNBC, why you don't want me to quote Fox? Well, Ohio woman wins $1 million jackpot and teen wins full scholarship in vaccine lotteries. Vaccination in Ohio jumped 33% after the lottery was announced. Now, look, I get it. Look, you hold out. You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. You got to know when to hold your cards out and say, nah, I ain't doing jack unless I can get some for this. Look, I can understand because you don't know what's going to happen in the future. Might well try to get something out of it. But I'm telling you, they are willing to find some kind of creative way to get you to put that arm out to get a shot in because they know you don't trust this vaccine. And you have a right to not trust it. Ohio woman wins $1 million jackpot and teen wins full scholarship. Imagine people believing that if I put my hat in, that I got the shot, that I get a chance to win $1 million. Ohio vaccination jumped 33% after the lottery was announced. Now, I wonder what the number was before the lottery was announced. The first vaccinated Ohioans hit the jackpot in the state, Vaxamillion. Vaxamillion. What a catchy name. Vaxamillion lottery on Wednesday. Abigail Berginsk of southwestern Ohio took home $1 million after she entered the drawing along with more than 2.7 million others. So they got 2.7 million people to get vaccinated for $1 million. for a chance. Joseph Costello, Daytona area teenager, also won the first full ride scholarship to any Ohio State college as part of the lottery for 12 to 17. Why are they so eager to shell out millions to one person, scholarships? Why are they so eager? Congrats, Joseph. You just won a full ride scholarship if you're between 12 and 17 years old and had at least one dose of the vaccine. You could be next. Sign up at ohiovaxamillion.com. Oh, boy. I tell you. Let's go to the next one. Governor Cuomo announced get a shot to make your future. I just talked about that. In his efforts to drive up. Let's see what this maniac got to say.
Top of the morning to you. Happy Wednesday. To my right, Ms. Beth Garvey, counsel to the governor. To my left, Budget Director Robert Mejica. Good to see all of your smiling faces. We are in a new season. You're smiling, Kevin. We're in a...
Now, we ain't going over this, man. That's 21 minutes, dog. Go over that yourself. Let's go to the next one. All right, get New York raffles all 50 full ride scholarships to vaccinated. New York, why you can't just make college available for everybody? It used to be that way with the SUNY and CUNY colleges. And look, we do have one of the best no-cost educational programs in the country. If your family make less than $250,000 a year, you can go to school. Now, does it mean full ride? No. You still got to pay for your books. You got to be a resident of New York, and it has to be a SUNY or CUNY college. You can't just go anywhere you want. You can't go to Columbia. You can't go, you can't go to Wesleyan or none of that stuff. You have to go to a CUNY or SUNY college. But if your family make less than $250,000 a year, you don't have to pay for your tuition. You can always buy old books. You can always stay home with your mama. Anyway. But that's that. And that I do give him credit for. Here's one. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz announced COVID-19 vaccine incentive. Let's see what Minnesota is offering. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz announced a vaccine incentive program called Your Shot to Summer. Your Shot to Summer on Thursday in efforts to get 70% of all state residents over the age of 16 vaccinated by July 1st. Giveaways include amusement park rides, fishing license, state park permits, gift cards. Boy, boy, you talking about something that could possibly take your life maybe in the future? Who knows, or make things harmful? We don't know, man. This is what I'm saying. We don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. We only can hope and pray that later on this don't affect us in a negative way as the years go by. Right now, it seems safe. But we don't know as the years go by how effective this vaccine could be. Negative or positive. We just don't know. But it's okay. Bring that arm over here. Let me put these needles in there and I'll give you amusement park tickets, fishing license, state park ticket. Look, New York City is doing the same thing. You get a 1-week free Metro card valued at $35 if you can prove that you got the shot. 1 week. I'm thinking you need to at least give these people 1 month. 1 month free ride on the public system. Because it may not be a free ride 20 years later. Take advantage of these incentives that we're offering, Walz said at the press conference. Get out and explore Minnesota. Bruh, I'd rather do that on my dime. All residents who receive their first dose of authorized COVID-19 vaccine between Friday and June 30 will be among 100,000 winners eligible to choose rewards from 9 different prizes. All right, so you say winners. So this is not a giveaway. It says giveaway when you first read it. Vaccinated by July 1st, giveaway include amusement park tickets, fishing license. So this isn't you prove that you got the vaccine, we're going to give you something. No, this is going to be another winner circle. In other words, you got to win this. This ain't given to you. You got to win this. Winners eligible to choose rewards from 9 different prizes. The purpose is very clear on this. To enjoy those things this summer, we need to be vaccinated. Who told you that? So you're telling me you're going to close the park to people who don't get vaccinated. You're not going to let them go to the park even if they got on a mask, even if they don't have COVID. If you can't prove that you have the shot, you're not going to be able to come into the amusement park. You're not going to be able to come into the wildlife park. You ain't going to be able to do jack. Our purpose is very clear on this. To enjoy those things this summer, we need to be vaccinated. We need to be vaccinated. We. And he was coming in my face talking that French stuff. Bro, I don't trust the vaccine, and I can continue to live life. So you're going to tell me I can't shop? I can't go to the mall? I can't go buy groceries? I can't go back to work? I don't have I don't have COVID. Oh, but because you didn't get vaccinated, you might bring COVID into. But COVID can still come to people who vaccinated into the workplace. You still can get COVID. It's just not going to kill you. So you still at risk of getting somebody else COVID. Well, if they get the shot, if everybody get the shot, then nobody would get it. You still going to get it. How it affects you physically may be a different story, but you still can get it. Even after you get the shot. 2.8 million people in Minnesota have received at least one dose of COVID-19 vaccine, which accounts for 64% of the state population, the state report as May 25th. Other states like New York, Maryland, Ohio, Oregon have announced vaccine promotion programs as well. Preliminary data in Ohio shows a 53% week-to-week increase in vaccines since announcing a vaccine lottery offering vaccinated residents a chance to win up to $5 million. That's Minnesota. Let's go over here. Southern California. Here's what you can win for getting vaccinated in Southern California. Let's see what they got to say. Fair use.
And we've all been itching to get back outside and enjoy everything that Southern California has to offer, but we need to remember that we've got to do it safely. So easy just to rush back and maybe make some mistakes. So here with timely summertime safety advice is Chief Sam DiGiovanna from the Verdugo Fire Academy. Chief Sam, good morning to you.
Always good to see you.
Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, Adrian.
All right.
Happy Memorial Day.
Thank you. Wishing you the same. As the temperatures get hotter, Chief, a lot of us want to head to the water for some relief. So what are the most important rules when it comes to water safety?
Well, the first thing you want to do is make sure that you tell someone if you're going to go paddle boarding, surf.
All right, so this is about water safety. Let's get all of that. Southern California, like the rest of the United States, is finally seeing a sustained drop in COVID-19 cases as more and more people get their highly effective COVID-19 vaccine, as if that's the only thing that's causing the numbers to go down. They want you to think this is the only thing that causes the numbers to come down. Oh, it's causing the numbers to come down, but it's not the only thing. The hope of public health officials is that if enough people get vaccinated, the U.S. will reach what's now widely known as herd immunity. When enough people are immune to the virus or bacteria, there is no longer uncontrolled spread of that disease. To help get more shots and more arms more quickly, many companies and health departments are offering incentives for those who choose to get vaccinated. Those incentives range from free food. Oh, I know how we like some free food, boy, especially, hey, we all like fried food, but my community love free food. That's all part of freedom. Free. Incentives range from free food to free getaway trips to discounts on event tickets and groceries. Free groceries? Really? I could get some free groceries. Here's some of the incentives you can take advantage of if you choose to get the COVID-19 vaccine. This is Southern California now. Beginning June 1st, eligible customers who get their vaccine through the pharmacy chain can enter huge one-step closer sweepstakes. You can enter a huge one-step closer or closer sweepstakes. I guess one step closer than 6 feet, I guess. To win one over 1,000 fun and exciting prizes. To win one of over, listen to this, one of over, to win one, not many, just one of over 1,000 fun and exciting prizes through weekly drawings and grand prizes over a 6-week period, a CBS News release said. The pharmacy chain is partnering with several other companies. Companies, the people, corporations, people who kind of holding you back a little bit, to offer those prizes to all customer ages 18 and up who received the vaccination or certify that they've registered to receive vaccination for CVS. In other words, you got to show us proof that you got vaxxed or you're about to get vaxxed. Here's what they're going to offer. CVS, the pharmacy itself, is offering 125 different $500 giveaways and 5 grand prize giveaways and $5,000 for family reunions. 125 different $500 giveaways and 5 grand prize giveaways of $5,000 for family reunions. Also, you get to go on the cruise. Norwegian Cruise, the cruise line, is offering 100 7-day cruises for 2 in a balcony stateroom to your choice of destination, including the Caribbean, Alaska, Europe, and more. Procter & Gamble. Procter & Gamble, the corporation, offering a VIP trip to the Super Bowl in Los Angeles for 2 people. Boy, that'll get men get them shots, boy. Well, but we can get some tickets to the Super Bowl, buddy. Yeah, we can tailgate, cook barbecue ribs. We ain't got a 6 feet. We ain't got to do none of that. And we can go absolutely free. All you have to do is go ahead and get that shot. I'm surprised they ain't did a commercial on this. The trips include Super Bowl game tickets, airfare, and hotel stay, and more. That sounds like a good one, right? Unilever. The Unilever Corporation is offering night out coupon booklets to use toward free Unilever products, which include Dove, Transome, Suave, Degree, Smiths, St. Ives, and more. There's also a grand prize of a 2022 NCAA Final Four package for 2. Okay, you ladies, that'll get your ladies out because you like your skin stuff for your beautification of your skin, and you might get a chance to go meet one of them young bucks that about to get the NBA scholarship. Get drafted to the NBA team. Bermuda Tourism Authority. Bermuda is offering 5 3-nights, 4-day trips for 2. The trips also include airfare, deluxe hotel accommodation, round-trip transportation, and more if you get this shot. The Hinge Corporation. This dating app is offering 500 $100 gift cards for dates. I date myself. I ain't sharing that. No. One winning couple will get the grand prize of $5,000 gift card for an ultimate date experience. Hey, me and Cheryl, we're about to get married. Maybe I could try to win this because I ain't got no money to do nothing big. Man, I'd rather go Justice of Peace. iHeartMedia. The media company is offering a VIP package for 2 to attend the iHeartRadio Music Fest, including first class, airfare, hotel, floor seats, backstage experience with artists, and other super prizes. Yo, I can meet Justin Bieber, man. I can meet Cardi B. Smart Tours. The travel planning company will offer 6 fully escorted tours, including airfare for 2 to one of many international destinations. One of the tours is a grand prize. Well, they got this list going on strong. Wyndham Resorts, Wyndham Rewards. The hotel chain rewards program is offering 5 2-night weekend getaway with a platinum membership upgrade. There's also a grand prize 7-night getaway that includes an airfare voucher and a diamond membership upgrade, redeemable at thousands of other hotels, vacation club resorts, and vacation rentals around the world. Here's Krispy Kreme. This is one everybody jumped on. Heck, I love me some Krispy Kreme. And New York just starting getting big with the Krispy Kreme, man. They got one big, gigantic one out there in Times Square, across the street from the M&Ms. Well, the donut chain has since March 22 been offering 1 free original glazed donut. 1 free original glazed donut a day. A day. So you can get up to 365 glazed donuts a year if you can prove that you got at least 1 shot of the Moderna, Pfizer, or Johnson & Johnson vaccine. Man, look, I'm on a plant-based diet, man, but that donut show look good, man. Oh, man, I might go, man, make you want to go get that shot, right? Okay, here's another one. Very popular here in New York. Very popular in New York. Let me finish with the Krispy Kreme. Customers who want to redeem their free donut must show their vaccination card in the shop or drive through at a participating location. That's why the other day I was shooting a music video in Times Square for a client. And boy, I looked over there at the donut shop, man. There was a donuts line going around a mile long. People got that shot. Shake Shack, the burger chain, is offering free crinkle fries to anyone who showed their vaccine card. Man, Shake Shack, man, y'all can come better than that. Man, these people getting God knows what in their arm. And I know for sure. We don't know what we getting in our arms. And you only gonna give us free crinkle cut fries if we buy a hamburger or chicken sandwich? The free fries are available from 11 p.m. Until 11 p.m. on June 12th. So 1 day only. Free fries of the 11 p.m. If you can buy a hamburger or a chicken sandwich combo, we'll give you the fries for free. Man, Shake Shack, y'all ought to be ashamed of yourself. The Vitamin Shop, man, I can go on and on, man. The Vitamin Shop. The nutritional retailer is offering 1 free full-size healthy snack or drink product to anyone who shows their official vaccine card, according to the news release. Grocery stores, Safeway, Albertson are both offering 10% off the next 10%. That's it. Grocery purchase customers make after they get their COVID-19 shot. Amazon announced it is hiring 75,000 new workers in the United States and Canada and will give $100 bonuses to the new warehouse and transportation hire who show proof of their vaccination. Rideshare. Both Uber and Lyft are offering free rides to get the vaccine shot. It's part of the White House partnership. So the White House partnered with Lyft and Uber to give you free rides to get your shots. Some of y'all took the bus. Some of y'all had to ask that Negro that you can't stand to take you. Man, I can go on and on and on. Vaccine, California, the $116 million vaccine incentive, $116 million Gavin Newsom put out. But all these homeless people on the streets, you can't put them in a shelter. You could have took $116 million and built 3 or 4 shelters and put homeless people in it. Anyway, got a couple more and then I'm out. Federal government says employer can offer vaccine incentives. So your job can offer incentives if you come back to work. And last but not least, $1 million lotteries as COVID-19 vaccine incentives spread to more states. Prime County Health Department introduced vaccine incentives. State deploys carrots to drive up coronavirus vaccination rates. Bottom line is this. I need that arm. I got to get that arm. If I have to give you a chance of getting this and chance of getting that, I'll give it to you. But understand it's a chance. You don't even know what chance you're taking getting the vaccine. Vaccine people don't know what chance they got. We are assuming that's safe because they said it's safe. And they only can say it's safe based on the data so far. They don't know what's going to happen in the future. And they're willing to do anything to get that shot in your arm. And we falling for it. I guess I'll be blah, 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 blah. No, Joe, y'all need to be giving people access to health care, access to education, whether they get the shot or not. And I get some free donuts. The bottom line is the government is so thirsty, so hungry, got an urge to stick you with a needle. Let me say this. Make the decision your own. Don't be driven by the incentives. To me, these are tricks to get you to get the shot. Make that decision on your own. Don't go get the shot because you want to get a donut. That's dumb. Because you want to get some crinkly fries. That's dumb. If you're going to get the shot because you believe it does work and it's going to work in the long term. Get it based on that. Now, if you happen to be at Dunkin' Donuts and you hungry for a donut, show them your card. But don't go out there. People are like, I'm going over. I need to get me a joint, man. I got to get this joint. Why'd you get the vaccine? Because I want to get a couple puffs. I want an old sticky icky. They giving away over there in Union Square. Joint for jabs. I got my jab. Give me my joints. Don't let that be the reason why you get the shot. I get a chance to win $1 million. Don't let that be the reason why you get the shot. Make sure you get your proper education on the shot. Make sure you read the documents before you take the shot. Read the documents before you take the shot, because it puts you in a position that if anything happened to you, you can't do nothing. You can't sue. You can't do nothing. Read your documents. Find out the withdrawals and things like that. Find out the benefits, because there are benefits, and find out the withdrawals or whatever, the non-benefits, and make your decision off that. Understand that is not the only way to defeat COVID. There've been alternative ways to defeat COVID. They're not talking about it. They don't want you to know about it because they want to stick you with an arm by any means necessary other than brute force. And they know how to play on people's string. They know people want free food. Heck, I want some free food right now. I just ate 2 bowls of oatmeal, and for some freaking reason, I'm still hungry. I want a burger myself, but I'm trying to get off the meat. But that Shake Shack burgers, that Shake Shack not even giving you a full meal. They giving you just the French fries. You got to buy in order to get the fries. That's not an incentive, man. Do your research. Get educated on the vaccine. Understand what it is and what it is not. It is not approved by the FDA. It's only approved for emergency use. And when you give people stuff for emergency use, that means there's a chance that something bad can happen short term or long term, but this is better than nothing at all. Understand in the paperwork, when you read it, that you're basically in a big old gigantic human trial. Now they'll try to shut me down on this one. So if you don't see this video on YouTube, I'm going to make it available on the Bob TV NYC website. Okay? But they'll try to shut me down. Again, I'm not against vaccination. I support vaccination. I am against quick vaccination sometimes. And under circumstances, I support people who make a decision that, hey, look, I'm just going to take that chance. Because I don't want to get nobody, I want to be an example to my family that we're going to make sure everybody in this household get vaccinated so that if it do come in my house, which it still can, most of us are not going to die. I had this situation. I told you I had COVID in March. We recently had a situation here in the house a couple months ago. But, you know, there were teenagers and they felt farewelled. They did pretty good. And none of us caught it here. And I knew and I gave the advice on what helped me beat COVID. May not help you. Then again, it may. It did me. Why not you? I didn't have to get no shot, none of that stuff. And I beat COVID. I think it took the moment I found out, I took this regimen, and I think in 7 days, and actually in less than 48 hours, man, my lungs was back to normal because it was tightened up, and I'm asthmatic anyway. My lungs was tightened up, and it was getting to the point. But because I took the medication early, I think within 24, 48 hours, I was wide open again. I still had issue with my nose. I didn't lose my taste. But in about 15 days, I was cleared. Actually, 10 days. I was back to normal. You know, I had problems sleeping on my side or whatnot, but back to normal. That's why you got to have something to clean up the infected area once you're infected. If you don't get the vaccine, I don't hate you. I love you. You have freedom of choice, and it's your body. And understand that you got to look into other alternative ways to dealing with that, because there's no guarantee you're not going to catch it. So look for the alternative way. Go to the Eastern Virginia Medical College website. Google NYU Legon and HCQ, azithromycin zinc. Google Northwell Hospital, St. Joseph Hospital, you name it. There are people who've been doing studies on alternative ways and seeing massive results, but they won't let you know about it. So if you're not going to get the vaccine, look into the alternative methods of protecting yourself. But for those who get the vaccine, good on you. It shows that it does work. It does keep the vaccine from, it does give your chance of death. It lowers your chance of dying dramatically, you know, from the disease. But there's still no evidence of how it can affect your body a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. So you got to make that choice based on faith, not a freaking doggone donut. I'm Bobby TV Brown with the Bobby Brown Show on the GO. I love y'all. Holler at you on the next one. Again, whatever decision you make it based on a right decision, not on eating food and crap like that. I'll let you later.